Ready to begin the carnivore diet and you want to start winning on day one? This is a very simple plan and it changes absolutely everything. Now for me, I'm 49 years old and I do not have a health and nutrition degree, but I'm an absolute fan of health and nutrition and I have spent over 150 hours learning and studying. I adopted the carnivore diet and I lost well over 50 pounds now, and my health has completely improved. This diet actually works, and I want to show you how. Okay, so to begin this process of becoming carnivore, start with your first meal, okay? And go with super easy to prepare meat. Nothing complicated. Keep it simple. So if baking is easy to you, that's what you do. Or frying or boiling, just easy, okay? For me, I went with like sausages, bacon, hot dogs, ham, Spam, just easy to prepare stuff. I'm not looking for perfection in this point, just changing the habit, right? And just eat until you're full. Then the second meal of the day, this is where you're going to change up a little bit and not go 100% carnivore on that plate. Bring in some carbohydrates because otherwise your body will just rebel if you do nothing but meat right away. Bring in those carbohydrates to give your body a chance to adjust to this new way of eating. And if you're used to the fibrous food, bring that in too, right? And you're going to eat more meat over the course of 30 days, easing out the carbohydrates, easing out the fruit, the vegetables over the course of 30 days, maybe even 40 if you have to. And then increasing the fat intake and the protein intake, switching your plate around. You're used to fiber, you're used to carbohydrates, so don't just go cold turkey, or your body will get mad at you. Now, your budget is used to working a certain way when it comes to your food, and so it's going to be a bit of an adjustment. And I recommend for most of us, go with the cheaper meat. Ground beef, the super cheap beef, you got to work out how to cook that super cheap beef, but do that. And then for me, I went with like chicken and pork, sausages, and just whatever was cheap. Fully meat, but cheap. Because my budget, I don't have tons of money. I doubt you do either. So I kept that budget in check. Now, if you have actually the money, your fatty, beefy cuts, they're the best. But do what you can afford. Do that, but just focus on having meat. The other thing I did was make sure to absolutely stuff myself. Now, not to the point of feeling sick, but I wanted to feel full. Because when I'm really full, then I'm less likely to want snacks. And a lot of money for us goes out in snacks. Eating here, eating there, gas station, grocery store. That's a lot of money. So I filled myself up full, and I included a lot more fat, and butter and bacon and things like that. So that way I wouldn't get hungry or nibbly later. It took a little bit of time to adjust. But nowadays, I eat pretty much once a day. Now, one of the mistakes that newbies make is they try to do what the veterans are doing right away. And I don't recommend that. So like me, I do the OMAD. I eat once a day. I even incorporate fasting where I'll not eat for multiple days. I don't recommend that for you. Instead, what I recommend is eat every time you're hungry. If you're nibbly, if you're snacky, you want food, eat. Just make sure it's always the carnivore food. Butter, bacon, sausages, eggs. Just focus on eating meat or animal products every time you're hungry. Because another mistake that new carnivores make, and sometimes even the veterans, is they give into those carbohydrate cravings. And so they're snacky and they want it to be a carb. I mean, that's what we're used to. That's what we did before. And admittedly, I know how lazy I am when it comes to everything. So, when I was hungry before, I often would just do a box of macaroni and cheese, KD style. And it worked for making me not hungry, and I enjoyed that kind of food. Well, I don't give in to that stuff anymore. It's like no fruit, because that feeds that carbohydrate craving and makes it stronger. No pastas, no pizzas, just So I got nibbly, and even today, sometimes I'm just like, I want something. I won't give in. I'm going to have sausages. I'm going to have hot dogs or shrimp. I love shrimp. Anything to not feed the carbohydrate craving. It may sound like I'm contradicting myself because in one part of this video I said, hey, keep the carbs in your diet for a while, 30, 40 days, and keep those carbs. And then in this part of the video, the one that I just did, I'm like, oh, don't eat carbs. What it is you're going to be very strategic. You're going to plan. You're going to be like, okay, I'm going to have this much. I'm going to have that much. I'm going to start reducing it this way. And don't sabotage that plan and sabotage that path by, in your snacking, including some type of carb. That's all. So, yep, you're going to ease into the carnivore diet. And when you feel like snacking, you're going to stick to your habit of snacking. You're just going to force yourself to snack a certain way that doesn't include those carbohydrates. You may have noticed I didn't offer any recipes. There's no website to go, oh, check out this recipe or that recipe. There are carnivore recipes and no hate for them. But for me, I'm so lazy. There is no way I'm going to be sitting in the kitchen farting around with a bunch of fancy recipes trying to hold on to that way I used to get to eat. I used to say this when it came to vegetarian eating. One of the things I complain about with vegetarian eating, and this is back when I thought vegetarianism was the way to go, it's the best kind of food, is the fake meats, the fake creams, the fake milk. That stuff is terrible for you. Look, if you're going to go vegetarian, just go vegetarian. Quit holding on to your meat lifestyle. You're letting it go. Well, that's what I'm meaning here too. Don't hold on to all those vegetable lifestyle and the carbohydrates and stuff. Instead, just let it go and embrace the carnivore diet. Just do it all the way. And one of the big things about the carnivore diet is that it is so simple. In the comments below, I'm rather curious. What is going to be your first meat that you're going to eat for your first carnivore meal? Leave that in the comments below. I'm trying to remember. And I absolutely don't. No, I do remember. Yeah, my first carnivore meal was a steak. That's right. I got myself a great big ribeye steak, and I had that for my first carnivore meal. And then after that, did patties and sausages and all that kind of stuff. But my first meal was a ribeye steak. What's going to be yours? Or what was yours? Please leave a comment below. Hey, thank you for watching all the way to the end. I want you to have so much success. I hope you have great success. And until the next time, bye for now.